Hey everybody, welcome back to Beckett Live Presents. We're hanging out here from the Mint Collective in Las Vegas with my man Isreal from Pristine. What's up, man? How are you?
Good. How are you?
You gotta get close to the mic there.
All right, I'll slide in.
Just like that.
Get a smooth voice going.
Yeah, that sounds like date Israel.
Yeah.
I don't know how your wife would feel about that as we sit down together.
No, probably not great, but
awesome. So, hey, before we get started here about what we're going to discuss today with Pristine, tell us a little bit about who you are and what your role is at Pristine, just for those who might not know you.
yeah, absolutely. So I am. My name is Isreal Whitmore. I'm the VP of Sales for Pristine Auction. Been there about 11 years. I'm going on 11 years.
Oh, wow,
right
okay.
from the beginning. We started in 2010, and I jumped on in 2011. So
very nice. So, and so are you Jared's right-hand man? Is that fair to say?
I am one of three.
One of three?
Yes.
Awesome.
So
you've been there 11 years. You've seen it grow from the ground up, which is great because there are things that we need to discuss today about how Pristine is growing, the spaces you guys are looking to get into. We have some breaking news to get into a little later too. So just from your perspective, though, from the inside looking out, 11 years is a long time. A lot of changes have happened.
Yes.
What's new and exciting? What's coming?
Oh man, I think that for us to understand like the industry and where it's going, I mean, one thing at Pristine, we've never been complacent. We don't like to just sit and wait for the next thing, so we're constantly pushing forward. We launched our Pristine bidding app through our iOS app. We have the Android app that is launching any day now, and then I can go on with a lot of new things.
Please go ahead. Please.
So we are launching a fixed price marketplace.
That's exciting.
Which is huge. So we, as a company, we've always been really based on auctions. And so we move about 75 to 80,000 items a month through auctions. And now we're going to jump into the fixed price world and marketplace world. So we're really excited about that.
You told me something yesterday that I did not know. In terms of auctions, you guys are like number 2 in the market. Is that right?
In size of volume, yes.
Volume, okay.
Yes, as far as the quantity game, yes.
That's
what
crazy.
we play.
And just to think that started in that little office in Phoenix, and now you guys are upsized, and there are more changes. Can we talk about possible second locations? Is that
absolutely?
Cool?
Yes.
That might become.
It's official. Yes. I mean, we haven't really announced, but it is. We have purchased land in North Carolina.
Awesome.
And so we will be moving, or not moving, adding another warehouse facility, but on the East Coast. So we have 2 right now on the West Coast in Phoenix, and that makes up about 70,000 square feet for what we do. And we're moving that to, adding another 60,000 in North Carolina.
So I'm assuming that's because you guys are wanting to become bigger players in the game, and especially on the high-end things. And
absolutely.
You want to compete with those I'll call them legacy auction houses that have been around for a while. What's your game plan there? Because obviously, moving to the East Coast, we discussed offline, there's a lot of stuff on the East Coast.
There is,
right?
Yes.
So that's one plan. That's one reasoning for it. But that's a market that is kind of dominated by those legacy auction houses. You guys got to be really on your P's and Q's. What are you gonna be bringing different to the table that they might not be doing right now?
For sure. I think one thing from the beginning that we've always done is looked at tech and how we can make it simple for people who want to go to buy products, and buy at a show, buy at a collector. I think we've made what used to be out of touch and unattainable pieces attainable for the average everyday guy or girl. And so, but from there, we've also built some really great relationships. And that's where that's the area that I like to work in. And so I think that we'll be able to, again, it's by building, we've had a great reputation for the last 10, 11 years, and being able to expand on that and be able to walk into places going, hey, here's some new thought process on how we can maybe move an auction differently, move your collection differently. And so we've already shown that we can move products.
Right.
Now we just want to show that we do have the ability and the reach with our bidder base, which is about 800,000 users that we have currently.
So if you have I'm sorry to cut you off there. If you have a base of 800,000, how many consigners do you have on a monthly basis?
On a monthly basis, we probably roll around 1,100.
Okay.
On that kind of flip through. A our consignor base as a whole is just over 5,500.
Okay.
So
that's not bad.
No.
But you're always looking to add and go to that too.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to move to the not the addition.
The addition
of the East Coast.
Correct.
Awesome.
Yeah, I am not moving.
You're not moving? So you like Phoenix?
I do like Phoenix. I was actually born in North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
And they won't let me go back.
They won't let you go back. That's funny. They're like, no more Israel. You stay here.
No, that's perfect. Yes.
That's good. So back to the sixth price marketplace. That is a game that takes a lot to even comprehend the beginning of it. You guys are obviously there. It hasn't launched yet?
It will launch the 1st of April.
Okay, so it's launching in the first week of April, in a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Can we talk about pricing structures and fees and things like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a little different in the sense that we're going directly to companies, and then we're working that out.
Sure.
So our fees at auctions is separate. That typically starts at about 15% on all of our auction fees, and then our seller fees. And then, we have different policies, different fee structures to work that down.
Sure.
And so this is a little separate where we're essentially more or less buying the product and then reselling
I got it.
to
Okay.
those companies.
I got it. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now I'm starting to connect the dots. I want to talk about breaking just for a moment.
Okay.
Is this still a thing? Because when Jared discovered breaking, I guess late last year,
Yes.
it was like a thing that he could not turn away from.
Correct.
Is it still that way?
I would say, yes, we have 15 breaks.
Right.
We have AJ that does all of our breaking. We definitely are looking at expanding that.
Okay.
For sure. Jared, I will say, again, my brother-in-law, so he is never bored. Or when he gets bored, he's like, hey, let's do this. And so and that's a great part that actually, again, I think has really helped to keep pushing Pristine forward as a whole. And so breaks was one of those things. He's in a hotel, kind of stuck. Couldn't go anywhere for a couple weeks, and was basically like, hey, I can go to a shop, buy some cards, and do some breaks, and that's where that kind of came out of there.
That's awesome.
So,
I don't know if you realize this or not. The first time we met was last year at the National.
Okay.
It was in Chicago.
Yes.
And I was rushed over from the Beckett booth because Jared wanted to break a box of 89 Sport football.
That is true.
And that was the first time you and I ever laid eyes on each other.
Yes.
And that was the most disappointing break.
I was going to say, I'm like, I don't think it was worth anything.
No, it wasn't. It was so rough, man. He was looking for Troy Aikman and Barry Sanders and stuff
For
like
sure,
that.
yes.
You got a bunch of Derek Thomas and Deion Sanders, which I guess is not bad.
Sure.
But
it's not what we hoped.
It wasn't what you hoped
Yeah.
for. That's very funny. That's very funny. Hey, some other news that I guess we're going to break right. We are going to break it right now.
Yeah.
A great partnership between Pristine and Signature for Soldiers has been locked down. It's taking place this year at the National.
Correct.
You guys are going to now be the official auction partner for
Correct.
Signature for Soldiers. First, tell me about your relationship with Tim and Signature for Soldiers and what this means to you guys.
Yeah, I think, I will say I met Tim through Ray,
okay.
So most people probably know who Ray is.
Yeah, I would think so.
So I met Tim through Ray, and, it was one of those things for us where we're always trying to figure out ways for us to give back. We run charity auctions throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
We do give back auctions. We partner with other celebrities for auctions and to help their charities. And so it was one of those things that it just really made sense. When Ray and I started talking about, okay, well, the National does, with Signature for Soldiers, a charity auction, and could we help be that platform? But on top of that, bring in some of the people who maybe aren't aware of the auction, maybe don't have the idea of it even running during National. We're able to help sponsor and market a little bit to our very big base of people. And so, and then I think just too, the calls that I've had with Tim, we FaceTime last week. And so being able to go, hey, what about this idea, and collaborate on some really cool things. I'm excited because just looking at what they've done, and we're jumping in and going like, hey, I really feel like we can go next level with you this year. Just let's not wait 3 years. Like, we're going to jump there this year. So I'm really excited about that.
So with Tim personally, I don't want to just put his business out there, but Military Missions in Action lost Mike, their founder, and they lost him this year. And It was a big loss for Tim. And now Tim is starting to think about what this means outside of military missions or actions, and Signatures for Soldiers is becoming its own thing, which is great. And I think the partnership that is forming with Pristine is just another beautiful connection to one, the charity work, the values that you guys have at Pristine, the values that Signatures for Soldiers have, pairing that all together. And what I'm really excited about for Tim and the Signatures for Soldiers team is the amount of auctions that you guys can run now for him. In the past, it was maybe 50 items.
He told me, I think last year they had 60. 60 items.
So I mean, you guys could easily double, triple.
My goal is 300 for this year. So yes, we're working hard for that.
That's awesome. Are there any? So if someone wanted to donate to that, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think they could reach out to Tim with Signatures for Soldiers. They could reach out to me at Pristine. So I'm just Isreal at pristineauction.com.
There you go.
You can hold up my business card later or something. So, but yeah, we'd be more than happy to help them. What we're doing is we're allowing people to send product to us. We'll take care of everything from there. Sure. And then once the auction goes live, which will be about a month, and then ending on the Saturday during the National. So I think that's July, I want to say 29th.
There you go.
I don't know. I just threw out it
sounds like a right number.
Don't quote me on that, but it could be it's right around that date.
Sure.
People will definitely hear about it, so they will know beforehand.
What kind of are there any items that we talk about yet, or are we aware of it?
We want to, So we had Ray, who connected us with Tim and Signatures for Soldiers, actually had a golf bag from an Alice Cooper charity golf event. Right. And I don't remember what year. It was 97. 97. I'm getting help from
Ray right off camera.
From 1997 has a golf bag from Alice Cooper's charity event. And we work with Alice. Yeah. And so we actually had him in a couple weeks ago. And so Alice signed the golf bag. Ray then is donating that to as part of one of the items that we'll have up for sale there. I did hear about a Chipper Jones signed base from Brave Stadium. All right. And so there's going to be a ton of stuff.
Good old Larry's donating to the auction.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have seen Alice Cooper lately, but he does look like the Frankenstein monster now. I don't know. No, I saw a picture of Ray and Alice. It was really great. So, a little more breaking news that we're going to get to about this Signatures for Soldiers deal is they now have a board of directors.
I did hear this.
Did you hear this?
I just heard that they had a board.
They have a board, and I'm gonna do something that you just don't do. It's taboo. I'm gonna pull out my phone so I can get the names correct. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if it's okay or not, but here we go.
This is your show, man.
This is my show, right? I can kind of do what I want. But I just want to pay respect to everybody on this. Let me find Tim's message here. Okay, so first, Rob Ballas, Brian Donovan, Spencer Noble, and Levi Rosenquist are on the board.
Awesome.
Tim is the treasurer. Okay. Rob Bertrand, who you should all know and love from GCS, is your secretary. And yours truly, Mr. Eric Norton, is the chairman of the board. I think it's a lot of responsibility.
That is. Do you know what? Do you get like a official name tag?
I think I get the Alice Cooper back. I think that's how that works.
No, that's going for charity.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. So I was asked, and I humbly accepted. My military experience and my time in the hobby here, I think, will be a good fit, and I hope to help carry that organization forward. Yeah. Because as a veteran with disabilities, it's a organization that means a lot, near and dear to me. So I'm excited to be working hopefully now with the team a little bit.
Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to what happens in New Jersey now. Are these items going to be on site at the National?
There will be some that are there, but yes, to have a booth with 300 plus items is going to be a little hard. So we're working on some ways for people to be able to view them, see them. Okay. Again, we bring the tech side of things, so the idea of being able to maybe walk up, scan a QR code, start placing bids right away.
There you go.
Those are some really cool things that we want to provide and help that Signatures for Soldiers grow.
What if there's a guy with like a bag full of Mike Tyson belts and wants to talk to the owner? What do we do with that?
We send them to the owner.
Oh, we send them to the owner. Okay.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, hey, so we'll start wrapping up here. I just wanted to, I asked Jared this question before, and I want to get your perspective on it. You guys see a lot of quality items.
Yes.
A lot of really cool things.
Yes.
Give me one or two things that have come in and you're like, oh, that's mine.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes. Well, okay, so I am a musician at heart.
Okay.
And now you're going to get me emotional. One of my favorite bands is Foo Fighters.
Oh, gosh. This is hard to talk about for all of us. Right?
And so my first piece that I had that I've got from Pristine when I started working there with Jared is a full band signed 16 by 20. It's hanging on my wall. Passing of Taylor is a tough one. And
right.
so yeah. So again, it's we see a lot,
right?
But that's one that instantly.
You're in your 40s. That's in your 40s?
I am in my 40s.
Okay, I'm in my 40s too. So we're at that age now where we're starting to lose some of our childhood icons.
Absolutely.
So Taylor's passing is really tough. I know for me personally, when Adrock died from the Beastie Boys, it was like, oh my God. So I completely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
If I were in your position and something came through from the Beastie Boys or Tribe Called Quest, I'd be all over it immediately.
Correct.
I don't even know that I would give other people a shot. So that's really cool. So that's one. The Foo Fighters. You got another one?
I do. So I'm really into basketball.
Okay.
And so this is I think memorabilia connects people and the nostalgia of it. I have a 11-year-old and a 15-year-old. My 11-year-old son is a diehard Celtics fan.
Okay.
And so I have several Jason Tatum. I'm also a Duke fan.
Okay.
So,
I mean, we can't all be right, but it's cool.
Yeah. So again, it's funny because I know these are more things that connect with me.
Sure.
But yes, I mean, we see thousands of really cool items. We have a Jimmy Page guitar right now. We have, again, a lot of people don't know this. We don't do just sports.
Right.
We also do pop culture. We got a lot of Stan Lee stuff come through. It's very cool. Music memorabilia. We also do historic memorabilia. We did last year sell a piece that was signed by all the presidents.
Oh. So
super cool, very unique, different. And so that was something that was, to see it. There's a lot of history there.
Absolutely.
So that's a very cool thing.
That's where you get me is on those history pieces. But it's not dogging sports at all, but we see this stuff a lot because of where we work and what we do, right? It's those non-sport pieces or those historic pieces that are like, oh, this is pretty damn cool. And then you walk, and it goes out the door. You just
so I do have one that I just saw last week.
Sure.
It wasn't with Pristine. It was someone that we work with.
Okay.
So they were just showing me some of their personal things, and it was an original photo of Martin Luther King at the I Have a Dream suite, and it's signed by Martin Luther King. And that was one where I was just like, the history and the is great.
Like 2 or 3 of them in existence, right?
Yes.
Wow.
So and I was just like moved for that second because I'm like, man, this is like really, really cool. So again, not with Pristine yet. But it is.
I know who you're speaking of. I don't know that you're going to be able to take that away.
No.
But good luck.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
All right. Let's start wrapping this up. The main important things here is the expansion of growth Pristine.
Absolutely.
We're expanding to North Carolina.
Yep.
We're not moving.
Not moving.
Nope. We're expanding.
Adding.
You guys are starting a fixed price marketplace.
Correct.
Which is exciting.
Yes.
In April, right?
Correct. Yes.
And probably most importantly to me is the partnership now with Signature Sold.
I'm super excited about that.
All of that. Did I miss anything, Isreal?
I mean, I'm sure that we'll walk away and I go, oh, dang it, But no, I think that was kind of encapsulated everything that's going on right now at Pristine World.
Awesome. All right, guys. That's it for Pristine. Where can they find you on social media, Pristine?
I'm Collector's Envy.
Okay.
So Collector's Envy through Instagram and Twitter.
There you go.
Is my handle.
You wanna push Pristine at all?
I mean, Pristine, yes. Yes, they do a way better job at social media than I do. so yes, Pristine Auction. You can find it. You go to anything Pristine Auction related, Pristine Breaks.
There you go.
And you'll be able to find us.
Yeah, make Jared break cards for you. All right, guys, that's going to be it today from Beckett at the Mint Collective. Thanks for hanging out with us just a little bit. Good night. God bless. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Eric.